The average person with a desk job spends over a third of their day sitting in an office. And I, Mariam Sufi, have experienced this firsthand as a database intern with Support Kansas City. SKC is essentially a behind-the-scenes nonprofit, and they do the accounting, database management, grant writing, and more for other nonprofits in the Kansas City area. However, throughout my experience, it's become clear to me that an essential facet in our workforce's mental health and productivity is the design and arrangement of their office, which is part of why SKC has asked me to rearrange their current space and come up with some new ideas in order to help them support their employees. So this is what it looks like before. You can see that there is a large kitchen space with a table and chairs. There's also a large and a small meeting room, a central cubicle area, as well as about 12 private offices surrounding it. However, there are several issues with this setup. So first of all, my employer has cited concerns about there being not enough space if they were to ever expand, if the company were to grow in the future. Additionally, she said that there was a lot of empty space due to their new hybrid schedule that they started after COVID. And when I interviewed and surveyed the employees themselves, over 75% said that there was a lack of privacy with the setup, and over 60% said that there was a lack of opportunity for connection and collaboration with their coworkers. And through my own observations and research, I found that 4 out of the 6 factors for better offices are lacking. And these include natural light, noise levels, temperature, and the presence of plants. So to kind of fix those privacy and space use issues, I think that our hybrid schedule should change. So currently, SKC works from home 3 days a week and is in office 2 days a week. I think this should change to everyone in once a week, half the office in 2 days a week, and half the office in the other 2 days a week. And this will basically allow us to create timeshare offices. And these timeshare offices will have 2 desk setups, but only 1 person working there the majority of the time. And then the extra offices from this setup can be converted to private drop-in offices for those in the cubicles to use for private meetings and calls. And this uniquely takes advantage of our hybrid schedule in order to create both more privacy and more space. As for the collaboration and socializing elements of the problem, I recommend that we put in snacks as well as comfy couches and coffee tables into our kitchen area to encourage people to use it as a space for socialization and just connecting with their coworkers. For the environmental factors, I have 4 solutions. The first is sound absorbent panels, then sunlight simulating light bulbs, an overhead plant canopy similar to those found in modern restaurants, and if maintenance is an issue, it can always be a fake one. And finally, a fan and heater combo for each space in the office, as temperature was a big complaint. And here you can see what it looks like after. We have this collaborative and social area in the kitchen, as well as the private drop-in offices highlighted in orange, and the timeshare offices highlighted in light gray. And we also have this much more appealing cubicle area. And all of these solutions are either working in other spaces or they are already working in a limited capacity at SKC, so I'm confident that they are viable for the future. So this is what the budget might look like, with the largest proportions coming from furniture purchases and the sound absorbent panels. And it comes out to about a total of $8,500. However, these costs can be spread out through slow implementation over time. And I recommend starting with the actual rearrangement to deal with those privacy and space issues, moving on to the kitchen furniture, and then installation for the environmental factors. And of course, a feedback survey to ensure that everyone's needs are met by this new arrangement. And studies have shown that when these factors are improved, there's actually astronomical increases in productivity and well-being of the workers. So I'm asking for $8,500 in order to increase SKC output by a predicted up to 137.5%, which would hugely aid the nonprofits they serve, and thus the greater Kansas City area in general. When we support our supporters, everybody wins. Thank you so much for your time, and please let me know if you have any questions.